Who made the call? I arrived at work late. I had overslept, my motorbike had broken down, and the bus had left just seconds before I got there. It was nearly 10 a.m. when I finally arrived, my face flushed with frustration. My colleagues paid me no attention. They were huddled around a computer screen, and I could hear some of them quietly sobbing. My boss saw me and screamed. The two of us stared at each other, horrified, but for entirely different reasons. "Oh my God, it's you. I thought you were..." My boss trailed off. Turns out my mother had called my workplace and told everyone that I was dead. I was stunned. I had cut off contact with my mother for over 10 years. How did she even know where I worked? And why would she call to say something so absurd? Embarrassed, I explained that my mother had mental health issues, forcing out a dry laugh to brush it off. I wanted to text my husband about this bizarre incident, but that's when I realized I had forgotten my phone at home in my morning rush. When I got home, I found a massive flower arrangement placed in front of my door. Bending down to pick it up, I read the attached card. It was a condolence note addressed to my husband, expressing sorrow over my sudden passing. Anger flared inside me. I shook my head and threw the flowers straight into the trash. I'd always known my mother wasn't normal, but this time she had gone too far. Not just strange, this was terrifying. My husband, Tuan, was lying on the couch with a damp towel on his forehead. When he saw me, he jumped in shock. He gasped, then rushed over to embrace me, covering me with desperate kisses. I could feel his tears. When he finally calmed down and accepted that I was still very much alive, we sat down to figure out who was behind this horrifying mess. I wanted to call back the number that had contacted him, but it was a private number. I considered checking the call logs at work, but I had a gut feeling it would be pointless. I searched my mother's name online, hoping to find an address, but instead, I found an obituary. She had died 8 years ago. So who had called everyone and told them I was dead? Just then, the dentist I had an appointment with called my husband's phone. He offered his condolences for my passing, and the voice on the call was my mother's.